Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are starting a brand new series, one that can truly change your professional life. We are talking about business English.
That's right. Whether you're just starting your career, applying for a new job, or working in a global company, knowing how to speak professional English is absolutely essential. It's a completely different language from what you use in your everyday life.
In this first part, we're going to focus on the foundation of business English, professional introductions, and small talk. These are the skills you need for networking events, job interviews, or just meeting a new colleague. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what to say to make a great first impression.
Let's start with the basic professional introduction. The simple phrase, "Nice to meet you," is a great place to start, but you can add more context to sound more confident and prepared.
For example, instead of just saying hi, you could say, "Hello, my name is Alex. It's a pleasure to meet you." The phrase, "It's a pleasure to meet you," sounds more formal and respectful.
Yes, and after the introduction, you should give a little more information about yourself. Try saying, "Hello, my name is Ben. I work as a marketing manager at Company X." This is direct and gives the other person a clear idea of your role. Let's role play a short introduction.
I will be a new colleague and you will be a new hire. Ben, you start.
Hello, I don't think we've met. My name is Ben. I'm the new project manager on the team. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you too, Ben. My name is Alex, and I've been with the company for a few years. Welcome aboard.
You see, it's simple, professional, and clear. Now, let's talk about the tricky part that comes after the introduction. Small talk. Small talk is the art of having a brief, friendly conversation about non-work topics to build a connection with someone.
It's all about finding common ground. The key is to ask open-ended questions that can't be answered with a simple yes or no.
For example, instead of asking, "Did you have a good weekend?" which can be answered with a simple yes, you can ask something better.
You can ask, "What did you do over the weekend?" This invites a more detailed response and gives you something to build on. Here are some other great small talk topics.
The weather is always a safe topic. You could say, "This weather is so beautiful, isn't it? It makes me want to be outside."
A person's interests are also a great topic. You could ask, "Do you have any exciting hobbies?"
Or if you know they've traveled, you could ask, "How was your trip to blank city?"
The most important thing is to be a good listener. If someone says, "I spent the weekend hiking with my family," you can respond with a question. "Oh, that sounds fun. Where did you go hiking?" This shows that you are listening and interested in the conversation. It's a great way to build rapport.
Let's try another role play. We'll imagine we're at a company networking event. I'll approach you.
Okay, I'm ready.
"Excuse me, is this seat taken?"
No, please have a seat.
"Thank you. My name is Alex. I'm in the accounting department."
It's a pleasure to meet you, Alex. I'm Ben from marketing.
"What do you think of the event?"
It's great. The food is excellent. What about you?
"I agree. The music is great too. I hear they have a fantastic speaker lined up for tonight. Are you looking forward to his presentation?"
I am. I've heard he has some great insights. So, how long have you been with the company, Ben?
"It's been 2 years now. And you?"
6 years. I've been here for a while. So, what do you think is the key to a good small talk conversation?
"I think it's all about being authentic and finding common ground. Don't be afraid to ask questions. People love to talk about themselves. Just remember to ask open-ended questions that get them talking."
That's a great tip. And finally, when you need to end the conversation, it's polite to use a concluding phrase. You can say something like, "It was great talking with you, Ben. I should go catch up with my team." Or, "I'm glad we got a chance to meet. I hope to see you around the office."
These phrases are polite, professional, and signal that the conversation is coming to a close without being awkward.
So, there you have it. The essential skills for professional introductions and small talk. Practice these phrases and strategies, and you will feel much more confident in your next professional setting.
In our next video, part 2 of the series, we will focus on mastering English for professional meetings. That means participating in discussions, giving opinions, and leading a conversation. So be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Hello again, and welcome back to our series on business English. In our last video, we covered professional introductions and small talk. Now that you know how to build a connection with a colleague, it's time to move on to where a lot of professional English is used in meetings.
That's right. Meetings can be intimidating, especially when you're not a native speaker, but they are also a huge opportunity to show your value and get your ideas heard. Today, we're going to give you the key phrases you need to participate in any meeting with confidence.
Let's start with how to give your opinion. It's important to sound confident and professional, but also polite. Instead of just saying, I think, you can use phrases like, from my perspective, or in my opinion.
A stronger way to give your opinion is by saying, I believe that. This is the best solution because. This shows conviction and gives a reason for your idea. Let's try it.
I believe that we should focus on social media advertising for the new campaign.
I agree with Alex. I think social media will give us the best return on investment.
Now, let's talk about agreeing and disagreeing. It's not always easy to agree in English, and it's even harder to disagree politely.
A simple way to agree is by saying, I agree with that point, or that's an excellent idea. You can also say, I completely agree with Ben's suggestion.
What about when you disagree? It's important to be polite. You don't want to sound aggressive. You can say, I see your point, but I have a different view on this. Or you can say, I respectfully disagree with that idea.
You can also say, I understand what you're saying, but I have some concerns about. This is a great way to express your opinion while showing that you listen to the other person. Let's practice.
Ben, I think we should increase the budget for the project.
I understand your point, but I'm concerned that a larger budget will slow down our timeline.
You see, that sounds professional and respectful. The next important skill is asking for clarification. If you don't understand something in a meeting, you should always ask.
You can say, could you elaborate on that, please? Or, could you clarify what you mean by that? You can also say, I have a question about the last point. Could you go back to that slide?
These phrases show that you are paying attention and that you are an active participant in the meeting. Now, let's talk about summarizing and concluding a meeting. This is a great way to show you understand what was discussed.
At the end of a meeting, you can say, just to summarize, we've decided to, or so, the action items are clear.
A perfect way to end a meeting is to agree on the next steps. You can say, so what are the next steps? Or when should we reconvene to discuss this?
Let's do a quick role play. We are at a team meeting. Alex, you just gave your opinion.
I believe that our team should take on a new project to increase our sales.
Thank you, Alex. I see your point, but from my perspective, our current projects should take priority. I'm concerned that we don't have the bandwidth for a new project right now.
That's a valid concern. What do you think would be a realistic timeline for us to take on a new project?
I think we could revisit this idea in the next quarter.
So just to summarize, we've decided to table this discussion for now and revisit it next quarter. Is that correct?
Yes, that sounds correct. You did a great job summarizing.
So there you have it. The key to successful meetings is to be prepared and confident. Remember, your ideas are valuable, so make sure you are heard.
In our next video, part 3 of this series, we will focus on mastering professional English for email and written communication. This is a crucial skill for any modern business person.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Welcome back. We have covered how to speak English in professional introductions and in meetings. Now we are going to focus on a skill that many people find difficult, professional writing.
That's right. Emails, reports, and memos are a huge part of the professional world. In this final part of our series, we're going to give you the key phrases and strategies you need to write clear, concise, and professional emails that get your message across.
Let's start with the most important part of an email, the subject line. The subject line should be short and informative. It needs to tell the person what the email is about immediately.
Instead of a vague subject line like question, you should write something more specific like question about the Q3 report or follow up on Project X. This helps people manage their inboxes better.
Now for the body of the email. You need a professional way to start and end your message. You should always begin with a polite greeting like "Dear name" or "Hi name," followed by a comma.
And after the greeting, you should have a clear opening sentence. A good opening sentence can be, "I hope you are having a productive week," or "I am writing to you today to discuss." This sets the tone for the email.
When you are making a request, it's important to be polite. Instead of saying, "Send me the report," you should use a softer tone. You can say, "Could you please send me the report when you have a moment?" Or, "Would you be able to provide the updated numbers by Friday?"
Asking a question is a bit different. You can be direct but still professional. You can say, "I was wondering if you know the status of the project," or "Could you clarify the new deadline?"
What about giving an update? This is a very common type of email. You can start with, "I am writing to provide an update on," or "Here is a brief update on the current project."
In the body of the email, you should use clear language. Use bullet points or numbered lists to make the information easy to read and understand. This is much more professional than a long, confusing paragraph.
Finally, let's talk about how to end a professional email. You need a good closing and a professional signature. You can use phrases like "Thank you for your help," or "I look forward to hearing from you."
And then your closing. Best regards, sincerely, or kind regards are all excellent professional closings. Then you can add your name and title below.
Let's do a quick role play. We'll write a short email. I'm going to make a request to you.
Okay, I'm ready.
The subject line would be "Request for new project details." The opening line is, "Dear Ben, I hope you are having a great week." Then I will say, "I'm writing to request the details for the new project. Could you please send me the project brief and any relevant documents?"
I would then reply with a clear and concise email. The subject line would be request for new project details. The opening would be, "Hi Alex, thank you for reaching out." Then I would say, "I have attached the project brief and the documents you requested. Please let me know if you have any questions." I would then close it with, "Best regards, Ben."
This short exchange shows how to be professional and clear in your email communication.
Remember, professional emails are all about being clear, concise, and polite. Always read your email one more time before you send it to check for any mistakes.
And that's it. You now have the foundational skills for success in any professional environment. From introductions and small talk to meetings and emails, you are now ready to communicate like a pro.
If you found this series helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back soon with more English learning tips.
Welcome back. We've just finished our 3-part series on mastering professional English. From introductions to emails, we've covered a lot of ground. Now let's quickly recap the most important phrases and suggestions to help you sound like a pro.
That's right. A recap is a perfect way to review everything and make sure you remember the key points. Let's start with the important phrases from part 1, our video on professional introductions and small talk.
Remember to use these phrases when you meet someone new. You can say, "It's a pleasure to meet you." You can also ask, "What do you think of the event?" to start a conversation, or "What did you do over the weekend?" to ask a question in a friendly way.
And when you end the conversation, you can say, "It was great talking with you." Now, let's move to part 2, our video on professional meetings.
In meetings, it is very important to give your opinion and to ask questions. You can say, "In my opinion," or "I believe that," to give your view. And if you need to disagree, remember to be polite and professional by saying, "I respectfully disagree," or "I understand your point, but I have some concerns."
And don't forget how to ask for clarification. You can say, "Could you elaborate on that, please?" Or, "Could you clarify what you mean by that?"
Finally, let's review the most important phrases from Part 3, our video on professional emails and written communication.
Remember, the subject line should be clear and concise. Something like, question about the Q3 report is perfect. When you write the email, you can start with, I am writing to you today to discuss, or I am writing to provide an update on.
And when you make a request, remember to be polite. You can say, could you please send me the report? Finally, always end your email with a professional closing like best regards or sincerely.
Beyond the words, we gave you some important suggestions to help you sound more professional.
My first suggestion is to be a good listener. When you are in a meeting or a conversation, listen carefully and ask questions about what the other person said. This shows you are engaged and interested.
My second suggestion is to be concise and clear. Whether you are speaking or writing, get to the point quickly. Use simple words and avoid long, complicated sentences. This makes it easier for others to understand you.
And my final suggestion is to don't be afraid to ask for clarification. Even native speakers ask for clarification sometimes. It is always better to ask a question than to pretend you understand and make a mistake later on.
So there you have it, a quick recap of our series on business English. Remember that practice is the most important part of learning. We believe that you now have the tools and the confidence to take your career to the next level.
Thank you so much for watching our series, and we'll see you in the next one.